how to become a better human being on this planet Earth. And in order to do that, you have to know the knowledge. You have to know what it is that we are doing here. You have to know about these things. You have to know about what the 7 deadly sins are, the 7 deadly fruits. You have to know what they are.
Yeah, this makes me really mad when I get up here and I listen to some of what these girls say on a daily basis. You can look at Iyah, and it's been like this for many years with all of them. And you can just, by listening to them and looking at their facial expressions, what they're saying, they don't mean from their heart. They're just saying whatever comes off the top of their head. And I say to myself all the time, when is this going to be over already? We all in the community see the pattern of behavior with these people. It's a pattern of behavior. You speak the knowledge, you claim the kingdom and all this crap and three God and free God and all this nonsense. But then you're getting up here on platforms exposing them. Which one is it? We already know none of you guys are built like that, and that's okay. You shouldn't be built like that. To be down for any cause of nature boys, you need to be down with, first and foremost, for Iyah, speaking for Iyah, for your child that you left for a man who cannot provide for you now because he's in jail, where they're trying to make him stay. But you're still proclaiming the kingdom for what? I wonder sometimes, do they look back at these recordings that are all over the social media platforms and circuit? Do they ever say, wow, he made me do these things? Are there any regrets in their head? I bet you there are many regrets in their head. There's been multiple times, Iyah, that you have wanted to leave. You have had time to sit with yourself. We are all hip to your game. We get it. Nature Boy has programmed in your mind there's no plan B. You want us to think, as the audience, there's no plan B. I don't believe that they're all that brainwashed. I believe that there is.
You have to live by codes of ethics that will get you to be successful in anything that you do. In order to start anything, you have to become disciplined. And I remember we went over this last night. I don't know if anyone was in here and caught the live, a little bit of the live last night, where Goddess 𝗪𝗛 read a couple people's charts. And what she was telling them in their charts was that you have to be disciplined.
There's a 50% in them that they're lazy. And I always say this, they don't want to be productive citizens in society. They've had children, for an example. This is my opinion. They're not in that relationship with the man no more. So the child is not meaningful no more. Being a mother is not meaningful. There are women that think this way. So it's that easy to leave your child for a man, because look at how less you think of your child by leaving in the first place for a man.
You kind of got to grill it out of them. Now, it says here that your Mars is in Aquarius in the 12th house, another Pisces. So you have your Sun, your Mercury, and your Mars in Pisces in the 12th house. So what that means, is, you know what I told you earlier about Mercury, where you're a subjective thinker and you go based off of what you feel? Yeah, when it comes to action, oh, you're definitely gonna do based off of what you feel.
It just doesn't make any sense. It's like, give it up already. When are you guys going to be the next set of people who are going to get up here and expose the real truth? That's all we want to know. All this stuff that you're talking about, what happened the last 90 days prior to the SWAT coming in and getting your daddy? What happened? Why is Nature Boy in jail? He's not in jail because he's an innocent man, Iyah. He's in jail because of what he was doing to you guys. And here you defend him. And they don't realize the more that they're public and trying to speak the fake knowledge, because we know that they're not woke, the worse they're making his case.
Aquarius kind of saves you, but not a lot, because it's an air sign. It could go with the emotions too, but it is a little bit more logical, and it does like to distinguish facts from emotions. But sometimes that Pisces and those emotions can't overwhelm that, and Aquarius will be like, okay, listen.
The worse they are making this case, they're letting the legal system know this man is a liability. And if we don't keep him locked up, it's going to be something that's going to multiply. And then history will repeat itself for years and generations to come. They can't have people that manipulate men and women to this altitude. That's why Nature Boy is locked up now. He cannot be a part of society right now until he gets rehabilitated. And this is the time, while these women are free, they have the choice to get rehabilitated, and they rather stay stuck. They rather stay stuck in their current situation instead of progressing. They're backpedaling. There's no growth in sitting there being a servant to 𝗪𝗪, because 𝗪𝗪 needs to get herself right too. Okay, you got your scars, you got your stripes, 𝗪𝗪. But the man's locked up now. So all the work that you put in, all the health problems that you have trying to fight to get this man, what is it all worth now? Iyah came over there initially because she thought she probably could pull Nature Boy from Velvet. That never happened. Years later, and you're still the cook and the maid. And whenever he gets bored with 𝗪𝗪, you're his, his toy that he likes to play with when he's bored with 𝗪𝗪. It's like, when do we start to love and appreciate what we stand for? Why are we trying to stand for Nature Boy? Nature Boy never stand for you. Everything that you stand for is Nature Boy. When you went over to Carbonation, it was about Nature Boy. It's not about you. You're in Nature Boy's world. And you're still in his world. And you will remain in this man's world until you sit with yourself and see that there's more to life than trying to do what you're doing, because it's a waste of time. At this point, everything has been exposed. Nobody wants to hear it. People who have given up their worldly possessions to be a part of this community from a distance, they know the truth. It has been exposed. So what are you still teaching if we already know that what you're saying is not what it is?